Why did Games Workshop nuke its fan animation and parody community? Rhetorical question, put that away. While the golden age of Warhammer fan animations was killed in the bed, we've still got plenty up right now. Such as this one from the video's title, Homebrew Adventures. The idea of taking various homebrew Space Marine chapters created by fans and then putting them together in a squad for funny antics is a pretty original concept, unless I've missed out on some fan fictions out there. I like the pilot with how it starts us off with the Inquisition bringing 5 members of homebrew chapters. The last one is a scary marine known for extreme stealth and terror tactics, which is why we don't see them, and also an ultramarine.
Too confused as to why the Imperium has requested a member from each of the most obscure and shunned chapters.
I wondered for a moment why there was an ultramarine there until that line was said and it sank in. The main plot I enjoyed because of how well thought out it was. The Imperium wanting to take a more proactive stance against the traitor Primarchs, or at least some members of the Imperium, so they won't be an issue anymore. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. If not, why they felt the need to blackmail everyone. Or, you know, why the Inquisition's plan is to just fire and forget a team made up of different chapters with various styles of combat and warfare is something that's not bound to just fall apart immediately. Plus, they know where Fulcrum is, but why not send an army to pin him down and drop a squad of demon-slaying Grey Knights on him? Which makes infinitely more sense, but hey, that's the nature of fan animations and parody series. I do like how they were able to track down Fulcrum though, by creating pornography specified to his taste. With a tracking link, they've been able to locate a planet that has been just been pinging it non-stop, and that's ridiculous and stupid, but this is a Slaaneshi Demon Prince Fulcrum we're talking about, so alright. Like pretty much all fan animations, it's the characters and humors that carry the story. They're all stereotypes of their homebrew chapters. The Angry Marine is just happy he's getting to kill
the biggest frigate in the galaxy.
The Pretty Marine is more focused on looks and perfection and is basically useless. The Mean Marine is just suicidal and more than ready to just jump into this suicide mission with no plan. And of course, MajorKill makes the Reasonable Marine the level-headed and tactically minded one.
We need to have a concise, multi-layered strategy if we wish to succeed.
And he's completely appalled and annoyed that no one actually got ready for this highly dangerous mission where they're going to face a demon Primarch. They all fit their homebrew chapters, but they all have their own personality quirks that are more expanded upon in episode 2, really. The episode is pretty much just them getting recruited, getting their mission, going to the planet, and then finding Fulcrum. And of course, the sheer lack of planning leads to them having to just guess what Fulcrum's true name is because they can't fight him.
Is your true name Benevolent Serpentine Overlord?
No one likes a kiss-ass kiddo.
I mean, that sounds pretty out of character for Fulcrum to not be sweet-talked, unless I have misread his character from the lore. So someone correct me if I'm wrong on that. And my favorite part of this episode occurs with the Ultramarine, surprisingly. Fulcrum smacks talk about him being oh so perfect and the best Primarch in existence, and the Ultramarine just shoots back with,
the Emperor's greatest failure. In your quest for perfection, you have strayed the furthest from it. The Emperor's children have devolved into a bunch of Hinduistic rapists who haven't achieved anything for the last 10,000 years. The killing of Ferrus was not done by you, but by the demon who used you as a meat suit, and Gilliman is very much alive. Bragging about beating the Eldar is like bragging about beating a child, and Istvan was only successful because it was a complete and utter blindside. You sit here on this desolate shithole of a planet fapping away to Imperial Commission porn, whilst the rest of the galaxy looks down on you. There is a reason we were sent to put you down instead of Angron or even Lorgar. It's because you are a weak, pathetic...
Are we sure that Ultramarine isn't a salamander? Because that flamer he was spewing let off some serious burns.
No! Impossible! My true name!
And now they have a bound Fulcrum on their side. I wonder how they'll use this to their advantage in later episodes of the series.
I command to go fuck yourself.
Oh, okay.
Well, I guess it is a parody animation, and I don't know why I expected anything else from MajorKill.
And now we have the Homebrew Squad, commanded by the Inquisition, ready, if not completely willing, to head out and complete more suicidal missions in comical ways. Oh, and that one Ultramarine. It was a good first episode to set the scene and what to expect from this, as all good pilot episode should, and the plot it followed was good. It's the second episode now where I get iffy about Homebrew. We start off with them just mowing down Eldar in a craft world. The Inquisitor said in the last episode that the Imperium was taking a more proactive stance at taking out the traitor Primarchs. So I thought we were going to have an adventure with them hunting down and killing all the traitor Primarchs in comical ways. But now they're just invading an Eldar craft world, and at the end we learned that they were placing a device to draw in Tyranids. This whole episode lacks much of the context the first one had. In Ep 1, I knew what they were doing, what the stakes were, but now I have zero clue where this series could possibly go after this. The bantering between all the characters is good. I suppose the episode's main focus was to further characterize the main cast and improving the animation quality, which did get better, flows more natural than it did before. Besides the banter, my favorite part of the episode was the encounter with the Avatar of Cain. The fight getting hyped up as some serious boss fight that we're gonna have to face, only for him to just trip over and impale himself on his own sword, is this joke on the lore where shards of Cain are said to be as powerful as a Primarch, yet are constantly getting pounded into the dirt by everyone, so GW can make a character look powerful, so it's a play on GW just doing the Avatars of Cain dirty. Besides that though, the animation, while I do think is fine in most cases, does have its awkward moments. Like, did she suffer brain damage when her helmet was shot off? Because why is her face doing that? And why does this stabbing motion look janky? Was she really stabbing him, or was this just a reflex because of the sudden aneurysm the Banshee was suffering? The animation itself in the first episode wasn't bad by any metric, but I personally wouldn't call it great. But then walking in the first episode just feels off. And when the angry and mean Marine jumps at Fulgrim, it looks as if they both temporarily gain psychic powers and float into the air. Bolters yank back in this weird way, and there's just something off when someone's lips do move, like someone tried syncing the voice lines before they were even recording. And them using melee weapons just lacks this feel of impact. As for the sound design, I have zero complaints. The bolter sounds have this fine kick to them, the music and audio mixing functions well, and the voice acting is just delightful. There's enough uniqueness to their voices to get everyone their own personal tone, and it's clear everyone puts some serious effort into the voice acting. It most certainly has this amateurish feel to it, which is fine. I wasn't expecting a Astartes or the Exodite here. So if you like childish humor and the animation style, then head down to the link below. I know I'm still looking forward to the next episode, whenever that's coming out. If you like this video and are new to the channel, click that like button and comment down below your thoughts on Homebrew Adventures, and please consider checking out my other video essays, music analysis videos, overanalyzing She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. You might find them enjoyable as well, and subscribe for more content to come.